Sorry about that, folks. Our stream disconnected. But we got up and running quickly, so hopefully everybody jumps back in here. Hopefully everyone comes back in. Sorry, everybody. Stream disconnected. Everybody jump back in, please, for the love of God. Here we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Julian, welcome back, my friend. Yeah, sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. We just got completely disconnected from everything, but we're back up and running now. Mama, welcome. Welcome here. Love you. Thank you for joining. Continuing our descent now, though. Just passing below 26,700 feet. Although our FlyLiveStudio would say otherwise. But hopefully our arrival will be nice and smooth into Minneapolis. Love seeing your face. Thanks, Mama. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is a new camera. I just got it, actually. Brand new camera. And I will actually turn on the lights behind us. Behind me there, those little pedestal lights, because it is starting to get a little dark. Do I own the 787? I do indeed. The Premium Deluxe version I do, and I have the Heavy Division mod installed on it. But I do not fly it that much, just simply because it works off of the default 787, and nothing against Asobo or Microsoft, but it's not exactly the most amazing thing, you know what I mean? Let's start getting our charts all pulled up for our arrival, shall we? We are going in on runway... Refresh my memory here. Runway 12 right. Go ahead and get ILS runway 12 right pulled up here. There we go. We also have it here. Go, approach. ILS runway 12 right. Go ahead and favorite that and get it pulled up. Okay, looks like we have our localizer frequency of 110.3. We will come down here and enter that in, or make sure it's entered in 110.3, which is correct. And looks like our course is going to be 121 degrees. So we'll go ahead and enter that in as well. Airplane is yelling at us and wanting us to enter in the destination data, so let's go ahead and get that entered in for us. Whoops. And for that, we will come over here back to our Fenix app. My flight, weather, and refresh for Minneapolis. 180 at 6 knots, which is good. Altimeter 29993. Temperature 2 degrees Celsius, my goodness. And then what is our minimums? Gotta go back to our nifty chart for that. Our minimums 1042. Alright. Looking good on that. It's gonna be the last song, folks. I'm so jealous. Is it worth the $80 to get it? No. No, Julian, nope. If you want my honest opinion, no. Not worth the 80 bucks. Oh, that's the last song, everybody. This one will continue on later. But worth the $80, unfortunately, man. No. But I do know Quality Wings is working on bringing their 787 over to the sim, so we will be getting one shortly. I'm going to turn this light on now, guys. There we go. Looks much better now. Don't look as washed out. Which plane is worth buying in the sim? The PMDG 737 is for sure worth buying. Same thing with the Fenix A320, which is what we're flying right now. Basically, any of the PMDG products are stellar. I would say the Fenix A320, like I just said, is phenomenal. As far as like phenomenal quality airplanes out there, I would say the Fly the Maddog X, the MD-82, that's another good quality airplane. But the best ones are obviously the PMDGs, for sure. Darn, that stinks that my other stream went kaput. I don't even know how many likes we were up to. Fenix A321 Neo, does that exist? No, it doesn't. Julian's saying, yeah. Yes, I didn't think so. Who makes the A321 Neo? That would be FlyBy... Well, nobody, I don't think, makes the A321 Neo. FlyByWire makes an A320 Neo. There's a default Microsoft one, and I'm pretty sure Latin VFR, they make the A321 Neo. But that's your basic A to B aircraft. Don't expect anything outside the functionality of your standard Asobo A320. Oh, Latin VFR has a fly-by-wire plugin now. It's not. Oh, it's not great. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, as soon as when it comes to the different airplanes for the sim, as soon as I start downloading different plugins and different packages, and I have to have this program to make that program run. That's just nah. Yeah, no problem, Julian. I would say if you're gonna buy any airplane for the simulator right now, depending on what you're flying on, if you're on Xbox or if you are on PC, but either or, the PMDG 737-700 or 700 on the Xbox is the only one available if you're on PC and Xbox, or if you're on PC you can get the 700 and the 800. But yeah, I would definitely suggest grabbing the PMDG for sure, or this airplane as well. Like the Fenix a lot, need to learn the 737-800. Yeah, the 73. Another great airplane, flies fantastically. They, continuous updates, PMDGs, continuously providing updates to the airplane and making sure it doesn't get out of hand as far as it not being functional for everybody. So, I mean... And then Fenix, I hear, is the same exact way. Turning our sim volume back up for everybody so you guys can hear. From what I understand about Fenix, they are the exact same way in regards of keeping their products up to date. Look at our perf tab, more drag. Nope, we're gonna ignore that. Perf. approach speed of 132, landing speed of 127. That is because we are extremely light. And we're gonna go configuration 3 actually for an approach speed of 136 and a landing speed of 132. Nice bird, going to Boston. Boston. Alright, coming below 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on and get all lit up like a tree for everybody so they know that we are coming in. We are doing pretty well on our speed right now, going below 10,000 feet. We are just above 250 knots, but that's no big deal, so sue us. That's exactly why I don't fly with ATC, and why I don't really fly with VATSIM or anything like that is, like I said a million times, I just love having complete control over my skies. So that's why, you know, 737-800 looks hecka complicated. It's really not, man. It's actually not. Not as complicated as you think. It flies a lot differently than an A320 or any Airbus A320 series airplane or any Airbus in general. I'll give it that, but it's not complicated at all, my friend. Once you kind of get used to one airplane, you can kind of realize where they all kind of not flow together, because obviously like an Airbus has a completely different flow than a Boeing. But it's not anything, like once you kind of learn one, you kind of learn them all, especially when it comes to programming the FMC with weights and balances and all those peripherals that you need to enter in there. And then other than that, any other airplane kind of operates the same. It's just kind of learning your overheads, learning how to program the McDo, and everything else. And once you get the hang of that, practice makes perfect, right? But this airplane right here just flies the VNAV perfectly every time. I haven't had a single problem with it yet. Jamie 2, what's going on? He goes, hey, do you remember me? Of course. I recognize your name. Absolutely. I'm not good with that, but yeah, tutorials, my friend. Or go to any one of my streams and start it from the beginning and follow along. But yeah, I mean, I would highly suggest getting the PMDG 737, 700 or the 800, or the Fenix A320. Those are the two I would suggest. Heard the Embraer was terrible. I heard the same thing, and no, I do not own it. Not to sound like this kind of guy, but really, lately I've only been buying add-ons from very reputable developers, guys. I've been burned a few times, I'm sure as we all have. I've been burned by Just Flight a few times, actually. I'm very skeptical to buy their products because I think they're overrated. But that's me. To each his own when it comes to that kind of stuff. Coming in just in time for the sunset here, and then when we arrive into Green Bay, it should be dark. Oh, we got to get our replay tool up and going here. Forgot about that. And the landing rate monitor works now, guys, so you will have the landing rate pop up, grading my landing as we go. What's my favorite plane IRL? There's a lot of them, man. A lot of them. If I would say favorite airliner, I have to break them down into categories. I would have to say my favorite airliner, probably of all time, the 727-100. It's probably my favorite. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get the slats out. We're going to bring the airplane under manual speed control as well. Nothing wrong with a 727. Alright, we're just about to turn on to final here, folks. We're going to go ahead and get approach mode on. We're going to go ahead and get LS mode on, both first officers and captain's side. Make sure we have our barrows set, which they are. Our minimums are all set to go. Alright, here we go. We are going to go flaps 1, or technically flaps 2, and slow the airplane down to 170 knots. Alright, I'm going to get the replay tool going now, folks. If I go a little bit more quieter than normal, it's completely normal. It's because I am landing the aircraft. So we're going to go ahead and get the sim volume up here for everybody. Enjoy the arrival into Minneapolis by way of Winnipeg.
2,500.
Ooh, boy, what in the world? I swear, if the simulator's back to doing that, where the weather updates like that, I'm going to be very upset. Gears coming down. The simulator did that for so long. Spoilers armed, auto brakes set to low. Passenger signs are on, we are good to go. Flaps coming to 3. And flaps coming full. At 1,000 feet, we'll take over control of the airplane and get her on in ourselves, shall we, everybody? Enjoy the arrival. Hopefully we have a nice, smooth landing here. Don't judge me too hard. Don't have a lot of experience in the Fenix yet, everybody. But we all know I can butter the bread, so let's hope for one here, huh?
1,000.
Alright. By control.
$500. 400. 100 above. 300. Minimum 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
A little bit of a floater here. Oh, oof, boy. All right. Man, I just can't seem to nail the flare out on this aircraft, man. Just can't seem to nail the flare. That's okay. Alright. Lovely. What a nice arrival, folks. We're going to go ahead and turn off the runway here. We're going to get our spoilers down. Flaps coming up as well. Holy, we are flying like a bat out of hell still. And look at that. There's some Delta friends over there. Let's go park to the right of that A320. We're all safe. It's all that matters. Oh, the landing wasn't bad. I mean, minus 238. It was firm, but not anything alarming in the slightest sense of the term. Just a new airplane, so I'm just this airplane does fly a lot differently than the fly-by-wire, and on touchdown right there, man, it's very, I don't want to say touchy, but it's very temperamental, at least in my opinion. How are we looking over here for a gate? I think we'll take this one right here, yeah? Take any old gate we want. You know us. And we're coming at this one at a very off angle. Hear the APU kicking in there. Gonna have to swing out wide here. I couldn't see the lines for your wings through the snow. It's just why we're coming in at such a ridiculous angle. No big deal. Go full throttle, I want to hear on the next departure, my friend. If you stick around, you will not hear full throttle, but about probably 86% worth. And let's roll up nice and gently. Alright, should be close enough for government work. We got to get our flaps back down for the replay. We have to get our landing lights on as well. These back on. Don't expect us to be able to connect the jetway either, folks, because we're not going to be able to. I'm just telling you now. It never lets us after a replay. But alright. Stop recording. Hit play. All the way back there. Now let's just go ahead and zoom ahead. There we go. All right. Enjoy, folks. Alright, what do you say we switch it up to this view here, folks? There we go for replay number 2. We had that gust of wind right before touchdown. Kind of rocked our wings there a little bit that we had to account for. Not using that as an excuse or anything, but... Right. Wonderful. Okay, let's get back to the spot where we stopped our airplane here, and let's shut her down. Alright, there we are. Lovely. Let's get back up to the flight deck here. The APU is running. We'll go ahead and get the APU bleed on. We can turn, turn our strobes off now, our runway turn-offs, landings, and nose lights will come off as well. And I think we are good to shut down, folks. Let's go ahead and shut her down. Engine 2 and engine 1. Okay. Absolutely lovely. We will come over here. We will deboard the airplane. We will come to our Fenix app. We'll go to the ground services menu. We will get our chocks and cones out, which they already are. Toggle jetway. That's not going to work because it never does after a replay. No big deal. Alright, folks. You know the drill. We are going to get everything reset here. Reset the simulator, get everything done and going again, and I'll be back with you in about 5 minutes or so. We are going to Green Bay next, folks. Green Bay next in the very same airplane, leaving from the very same airport. I will be right back. Everybody give me just a few moments. Enjoy yourselves. Grab a drink. Do whatever it is you need to do. And I will see you guys in just a few moments. Folks, we are back. Welcome back. Lay the House RM is here. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining. We're living at any airports I do, about 2 miles from one, in fact. Alright, folks, we are sitting here currently in Minneapolis. Let's turn the sim volume down a little bit there so the APU no longer pierces our eardrums. Okay, cool. We are currently sitting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Everybody doing our final leg of the day, heading towards Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're going to go give Aaron Rodgers a little visit and see how he's doing in the off-season, shall we? Let's hope he doesn't sign any more crazy contract extensions, huh? Alright, without further ado, we're going to be a little bit quick with this one. We're not going to go over the preliminary stuff like we normally do. We're just going to jump right inside. The airplane is already all set up to go, and we have it in set to turnaround mode with the APU running, just like we left it when we originally parked the airplane. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and load the aircraft. We're going to go fast. We're going to do it quickly, just while we get everything else prepped. We can be ready to go. We are going to just first off clear all of our messages out here. Well, first select that. Clear all of our messages here. We're going to come over to init. We're going to hit init request. That's going to pull our flight plan directly from SimBrief and our OFP and our EFP that we had entered in there. There we go. You can see Minneapolis to Green Bay looking good there. Our flight number will remain the same, DL1283. Okay, excellent. Let's come over here. Let's pull up our OFP from here in our pilot briefing app in the EFP. I love this EFP so much, my gosh. Okay, importing from SimBrief, our most recent OFP. There it is, looking wonderful. Okay, what's our cruising altitude going to be for this one? Let's see. 310. That is it, folks. 310. Pretty short leg on this one. Only 249 nautical miles. So 310 is appropriate. So 31,000 on the cruising altitude. We have a cost index, if I take a look, of 26. Alright, looking good. Let's go over here and get our winds all set up and ready to go. We'll hit wind request and grab those. There we go. We go over and hit next phase as well. We'll do the same thing. And uplink insert. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Let's get our departure taken care of here. Looks like they have us, if we come down to our flight plan here, it looks like they have us going out on runway 12 left right there via the Whistling 7 departure and the GRB transition. So we're going to go ahead and select 12 left. There's the Whistling 7. And the GRB transition for Green Bay. We'll go ahead and insert that. Looking good. Go ahead and clear out that discontinuity. You know what? We got to clear out this manual heading here. There we go. Now we should be able to clear out this discontinuity or not. Okay, never mind. Let's see if it'll let us now. Nope. Okay. Can I do this? Why is it not allowing us to go direct to Shine? Why is this giving us a hard time? Weird. Oh well, I'm not going to sweat it. Let's go over here to our arrival. Looks like we are going in via runway 36, and it's a direct arrival. So we're just going to take the ILS for Green Bay, runway 36. No stars available. We'll go ahead and insert that in. Come over to our flight plan here. We're going to bring this over to nav. Zoom on in a little bit and see exactly... Oops, not nav. Plan, rather. And zoom on out a little bit just so we can kind of see what we're doing. I assume it's normally because we'd be vectored here, and that's why it's giving us a little bit of a problem. We have a discontinuity there as well. Interesting. But that's where we would normally turn in for our arrival, so will allow us to clear that one. It will. We're gonna leave that as is. We're gonna have to customize and vector ourselves, which is fine. Same thing with our departure. No big deal. Nothing we can't handle. Bring that back over here to ARC. Get our constraints back on. Hit the B button to make sure our QNH is set. We will come down here as well and get our predictive wind shear back on. Get our TCAS reset back up. Go. Looking wonderful. Come up over top as well. APU bleed is running. Everything's looking good there. Let's get our seatbelt sign on now. Nav and logo lights nav and logos are good. Go ahead and get this off of standby. Wonderful. Crew supply oxygen looks good. Okay. Let's continue along planning, shall we? Let's go over to our performance and see what's going on there. Come back over here to our trusty EFB. Calculate our departure performance. And looks like at MSP, of course, like I said, we are going out on runway 12 left, which is the runway we just landed on. The runway surface is dry. Sync our load sheet plus 2,000 pounds. Sync our weather, looking good, and calculate. There we go. Rotate, or V1 138, rotate 140, and V2 141. So 138, 140, 141. Okay, a thrust reduction altitude. Looks like it's going to be 1,840 feet. And our acceleration altitude is going to be 3,000. Alright, let's make sure we don't have any shifts, which we don't. Lovely. We're going to do flaps 1, down 0.2. Was that 0.2? Yes, it was. Incorrect format. Are you kidding me? It's because I put in the O, didn't I? 62 degrees on the flex 2 temp, 63. And 1840 on the engine out acceleration. Okay, awesome. Looking good. I am happy with that. We just got to pull up our init screen here because we need to grab our final weights once we are done boarding. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and check our boarding. Looks like we only have a few more folks to go. Let's jump outside real quick. The weather is looking absolutely stunning here in Minneapolis. It's clearing up just a little bit. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, you'd be doing me a huge favor, and everybody that is a part of this channel, if you would be hitting the like button on this stream, getting our stream up to as many likes as we possibly can. We had to run 2 separate links today. We were suddenly disconnected from YouTube earlier. Not sure what the dealio was with that, but we went ahead and got that settled. Look at the simulator. Look how gorgeous that looks. And the simulator just takes my breath away more and more the more I look at it, folks. It really does. It's just absolutely insane looking. Never gets old. Let's check out our wing views here. We got 20 people left aboard the airplane here. Should be boarding rather quickly. Just make sure we don't have any obstructions. Looking like we don't. That pesky food truck isn't underneath our wing again, which is cool. While we're getting ready for a push, we're just going to come up here and get our fuel pumps turned on and ready to go. We are also going to pre-plan our pushback as well. If we pull up our charts here, nifty chart for MSP, we will see to get to runway 12 left, which is where we are going to be departing. Wait, are we leaving 12 left or 12 right? 12 left, that's what I thought. Okay. So we are going to push back out and to our right. All right. And we are going to do the full shebang here. Push us all the way back to the taxiway, please. All right. Lovely. That's all set and ready to go. Boarding is complete if the jetway is disconnecting. Awesome. Which means we can get our final weights right here. 121.2 and 128.2 and 29.4. And our block fuel is 12,289, but we're going to go 12 decimal points 3. The prediction's going to do itself, and we'll get on up and out of here just in time. Everybody tuning in just in time for pushback. All right, there we go. We are all set, everyone. So let's just simply come down here. We are going to throw our ignition switch into the start position. We are going to come up here and get our beacon lights on. We are going to come over to the wing view. We will be starting engine number 2 first. We are going to request pushback, release our parking brake, and press hold. We're going to start pushing, and then enjoy the lovely engine sounds, everybody. Alright, sounds like we do have a good start of engine number 2. There goes the PTU barking at us. We're going to go ahead and pop over to engine number 1. Enjoy the startup, guys. Alright, sounds like we have a successful start of engine number 1 as well, which we do. We are going to come down here. We are going to get our ignition switch back into normal. We're going to come up over top as well. We're going to get our APU bleed turned off and our APU master start switch turned off also. Alright, lovely. Just going to wait for us to finish push here, and then we will get our parking brake connected, do our flight controls test, lower our flaps to the correct position, turn our taxi lights on, and then we will be on our way. Okay, pushback is completed. We're going to come down here and get our parking brake set like mentioned. Next, we're coming over to the wing view, get our flight control surface test done. We're going full left aileron looking good, full right aileron looking well. We're going to come over to the other side as well. We're going to go fight full right aileron, full left aileron looking fancy. Alright, coming back over here to our wing view, we're going to go flaps to position 1. Alright, and we should be good to go here, folks. We're going to get our taxi lights on as well. We're going to go ahead and throw our wing lights on for everyone's amusement. And alright, we should be all set. We're come down here, we're going to get our parking brake back released. Come over to our lovely wing view right here and have a listen of us pushing away or pulling away from the gate. Alright, and away we go, folks. Remember, if you haven't done so already, please remember to hit that subscribe button for me and turn on notifications for the channel so you will never miss a live stream and never miss a lovely stream like so. Saturday, we'll be in the PMDG Boeing 737-700 doing Bahamas Air, going from Miami to Nassau, and then Nassau back to Fort Lauderdale. So that one should be pretty fun, going and flying around in the lovely tropical weather of the southern United States. Get away from this icky cold weather that we've all been experiencing here in my neck of the woods. Be nice to really get there in real life, though. Alright, let's go ahead and get our taxi checklist done now, shall we, everybody? We want auto brake going over to maximum. We're just going to use our Thrustmaster Airbus throttle quadrant to get that done. We are going to arm our spoilers as well, and then test our takeoff config, which came back as normal. Taxi checklist is complete. We are currently on taxiway Bravo. We are going to follow Bravo all the way down until we take a right on to Charlie. And then that will take us all the way to our runway. Well, I lied. Not all the way to the runway. We're going to take it right onto Charlie, and then a left on to... Actually, no. It will take us all the way down. No, it won't. Well, I'm trying to read this taxi chart and drive at the same time. I can't see. It's not zoomed in close enough. We're following Bravo, right onto Charlie, left onto Papa. Okay. Got it. Sorry, I just had a D-to-D moment. Of course, we have a fire truck right in front of us, because why wouldn't there be? This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's always fire trucks in the way of everybody. So we're just going to pretend to smash right into him and just get him out of the way, because these airport firefighters don't know a proper position to leave their trucks in, especially at a busy airport like this. Oh, man. Still taxiing in the terminal area here, so we're keeping it a little bit slow. We're not exactly trying to zoom through here. Weather looks like it's clearing up a little bit more for us on our way out of here. Not going to complain about that, that's for sure. Here comes our right-hand turn onto Charlie now. And once we kind of turn up here, we can give ourselves a little bit more speed. Now give ourselves a little bit of power until we take a left-hand turn onto Papa up here. Be our third left-hand turn. Rolling nice and steady here, 20 knots, we'll try to keep it under. It's your usual, customary taxi speed. But we are approaching Papa already. This is Papa right up here that we have to make a left-hand turn onto, so we will tap the brakes just a little bit. Go, cross runway 22. following Papa all the way up here. That is runway 12 left on our right, and we are going to get up on out of here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get the simulator volume. Oh, that's already up pretty nice and loud. That'll be nice for everybody. The airplane's all configured and ready to go for departure. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with me on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. Remember to hit the like button on the stream for me. Would really greatly appreciate it. And if you are new here and are enjoying what you are seeing, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the channel as well. My name is Michael Branconiger, and I have been your pilot today. Departing Minneapolis, everybody. We are heading towards Green Bay. Going to go give Aaron Rodgers a visit to see what he's going to do now that he's out of his focus chamber or whatever the hell that thing's called. Sensory deprivation. My God. Alright. Enjoy, everybody. Up here, we're going to get our landing lights on now. Nose lights will go into takeoff. Runway turn-offs on. A little bit of braking power here for this turn. While we also head up top and get our strobes on. Alright, everyone, enjoy the departure out of Minneapolis, heading for Green Bay. Okay, throttle lever is coming up to 40% power. And into flex, enjoy. P1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Alright, climb levers, or levers going into climb, lowering the nose. Why are we going to idle? There we go. That's weird. What's going on with our throttle levers right now, man? They're both in climb. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Let's get our autopilot on first. And head towards... Oh, that's why I'm dummy. That's my fault. I didn't set our altitude, folks. Yikes. Big yikes. Okay. Something's going on with our airplane right now. We're not able to follow our nav track. It's because there isn't one to follow. Because our flight plan got all screwed up here. But anyways, we're just going to manually fly the airplane for now. Flaps are going to come clean. Keep a nice steady climb going to hold at around 250 knots. And we are heading directly for Shine. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Still manually flying the airplane here. We're just going to manually track right now. Same thing with our climb. Why are we not able to go into nav mode? I don't quite understand what the deal is here. Our IRSs are aligned, they're on. Gee, I wonder if this has anything to do with it, that discontinuity that we couldn't get rid of to save our lives. Well, we're still not able to get rid of. No big deal though, seeming as we are perfectly managing the airplane well under manual autopilot control here. We're going to go ahead and lower the nose though to about 1,000 foot per minute climb to allow us to accelerate up to climb at probably like 300 knots or so. Alright, what a crazy little departure we have going on here. Hopefully we'll be able to intercept our nav path here and get us on the right track. Okay. Go ahead and get that volume turned down a little bit. Still not sure exactly what's going on with the airplane here. We're still kind of like in the preliminary phases of trying to figure out why we are not able to get our airplane into nav mode. I'm thinking here soon we'll be able to, because we are on a proper intercept course for our flight plan right here. So let's turn a few more degrees. Three, 5 degrees should do. Still climbing nicely. What's going on here with our radio navigation? GP. Hopefully we will intercept our flight path right here and be able to turn onto course properly. No big deal. I mean, we can manually fly the route with the autopilot, but it's just still annoying. Right, so we have lateral mode on. There we go. Now we're all hooked up. Lovely. VNav is working now, folks. We'll go ahead and get this up into managed as well. All right, awesome. Got that settled. We're still not able to do altitude though, huh? I wonder why that is. I don't quite understand that at all. We're in managed mode for pretty much everything else, but our altitude. Let's activate approach. Interesting. All I can say, interesting. But we will just keep climbing up on our own. We are following VNav now, so I'm fine with that. We just don't have a very long flight. That's why I was saying, like, we got to get up to cruising altitude as soon as we can. Only 222 nautical miles left to go already on our next leg, so not a very long one heading over to Green Bay to go visit A-Raj. Next stream, folks, is going to be on Saturday morning. Make sure you don't miss that one. I believe we are scheduled for 11 o'clock or 11:30 Eastern Time. We will be in the PMDG 737-700 doing Bahamas Air, so make sure you are there for that one. Alright, we have reached transition altitude now. We'll go ahead and pull ourselves into standard. Will allow us now? Nope. Okay. Still manually climbing. Our top of descent is approaching pretty quickly as well, but we will get right up to our cruising altitude with no problems here. Still have our landing lights on. We didn't get to do any of our stuff after departure just because of how crazy things got there with our autopilot not, I don't want to say not functioning properly. I bet you it's probably something we did. But let's go ahead and then throw some tunes on for the last couple of minutes here. Again, thank you so much, everybody who has come and stopped by to hang out today. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. Hope everyone's enjoying the new camera. I think I'm going to make a border for it, though, just so it just doesn't look as weird, just kind of pasted in the corner there. Gonna have to do that at some point this weekend. On our way to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay. Almost at 31,000 feet. Here's the top of our descent right here. When we get closer to the airport, we'll make a right-hand turn. Just kind of vector ourselves in for the ILS. Shouldn't be too difficult to accomplish. Alright, starting to level off here at 31,000 feet, everybody. Alright, we got probably about 75 miles or so until we start descending. What is this and why is it so loud? Huh. Okay, destination data. Here we go. Let's come over here. We're going to go to perf. We're going to come over here to next phase. We're going to come over here to our nice little iPad here. We're going to get our arrival performance all entered in and ready to go. Looks like for Green Bay, if I remember properly, we are going in on runway 36. So we're going to go ahead and select runway 36 here. The runway conditions, I believe, are dry. We're going to go ahead and refresh the METAR. Go and apply it as well. Wonderful. Okay. Now let's get our weather. Actually, we just looked at it. What are we doing? Huh. I'm all over the place right now. We're just going to grab it from here. Alright, altimeter 29907. Temperature Looking like 2 degrees Celsius. Still very cold. Winds 140 at 5. Oops. And we need to get our minimums. Right, minimums 884. Okay. $2,700 feet is going to be the altitude we're going to want to get down to, so we're going to come over here and bring this down to 270. And then once we hit top of descent up here, we will initiate that manually at about 40 nautical miles or so. Almost 500 knots on the ground speed, huh, guys? We are absolutely booking it today. 495. I bet you if we were flying a little bit higher on the cruising altitude, we would break 500. A little turbulent air right here. Excuse me. About 27 miles until top of descent. Right. About 17 nautical miles to go until we begin our descent. Anybody in the chat with me? It's very quiet in here tonight. Anybody out there? You see the snow line up here from all the winter weather going on up here over the past several weeks. We just had actually a decent storm come on through a couple of days ago. We got about 6 inches of snow, and then it rained on top of it and then froze overnight. So Wednesday morning was fun. That's all I'm going to say about Wednesday morning. Alright, we are very approaching top of descent here, about 2.5 miles to go. We're just going to press down on this little doohickey right here and hope that our autopilot is going to do what it's supposed to do and take us down on our own in VNAV. But we'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't do it, then that means we did something wrong here. Alright, so there's top of descent. And, alright, it's taking us down. Okay. Very cool. Alright, we are in vertical navigation now. Alright. Let's zoom out our nav map again. Probably look like a whack job right now. That's okay. Alright, requesting 3,000 feet by the time we get to Senna right here. It's kind of where we're going to turn left onto our 5-mile final, or 10-mile final. I'm just wondering what I didn't do correctly here with our McDo. I haven't had that problem yet in the Phoenix. Always in the fly-by-wire, but not in the Phoenix. Weird. Obviously something I didn't do right. Excuse me. Everybody, if you haven't done this already, please hit the like button on this stream. I would really greatly appreciate that. As well, if you are new here, enjoying what you are seeing, enjoying the stream, enjoying me making an absolute fool out of myself with how wacky I am, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for the channel so you will forever be notified whenever I go live or post any content. Please and thank you, everybody. You guys are the ones that keep me going at this, so thank you so much for all of your continued support as we build our channel and make it grow. Almost at 750. At 750 subscribers, there will be a long-haul subscriber special, probably doing a flight longer than 5 hours or so. Not exactly sure what we're going to do just yet for that one. Still doing pretty well on our descent rate. We're approaching transition altitude here pretty quickly. We definitely didn't descend when we were supposed to either, that's for sure. We definitely descended late. This is going to be the last song for this round, folks, for this leg. Hope you guys understand. We can get the simulator volume back up for everybody. There we go. Alright, here comes transition altitude. We are still very high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us off of LNAV, and I'm going to put us into managed heading mode and start our own right-hand turn. We're going to reach 3,000 feet, right about where we're going to have to turn. So let's decrease our descent rate here and maybe open up one notch of speed brake to help slow us down just a tad. Because we are actually flying pretty quickly here. Now we can let up on it. About 28 miles away from where we will need to turn left for our approach. I don't quite think we are going to make that just on our descent rate. Looks like we got about a minute and 45 seconds until... Well, that's not true. I think we'll be alright, actually. Just have to start prepping the airplane to slow down now, so we're going to go ahead and enter in 250 as we are about to go below 10,000 feet, and then we will also slow up on our descent rate a little bit as well to help combat and deflect some of the speed off, and we will open up our speed brakes again. Crossing over the snow line here. Alright, there goes 250 knots, just in the nick of time. And now that we are passing below 10,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and get our landing lights on. And our nose lights on as well, and runway turnoffs. So we are all lit up. Let's hope for some butter, everybody. And to get the toast nice and soft. We're going to request 210 now. Bring out our speed brake, help us slow down some more again. Slow up our descent rate as well. Frame rates are doing absolutely wonderful today. I always like when we have a nice smooth running stream. As we make our way into Green Bay, Wisconsin, everybody. Everybody, hit that like button for me, would appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button too. Help a friend out. Help a buddy out. Help a buddy pal. Alright, getting ourselves all set up appropriately here. A little bit of unsmooth air so far for us, but nothing that we can't handle. Go ahead and get approach mode turned on now. Get our glide scope coverage active for us. We're going to go ahead and aim for another turn here, so we don't have to come in on as rough as a heading. Alright, there goes the localizer. Lovely. We're going to go ahead, we're going to come down here, we're going to get our spoilers armed. Landing gear isn't down yet. Signs. Oops. Get the signs on, looking good. Landing gear is going to come down, and we're going to get our flaps all set as well. Let's come down here to our performance. Looks like we are going to be landing full configuration. 136 on the approach speed, 131 on the landing speed. Quiet in here tonight? I know, man. Well, I haven't been streaming as much lately, too, so people probably forgot about me, I would imagine. Alright, right at 3,000 feet, right where we are supposed to be, folks. 15 or about 12 and a half miles out from the end of the runway now. And about, well, no, I lied. About 12 and a half miles away from the runway threshold. So we are getting close. Different time than normal? Yep. Well, I mean, weekdays I always stream at this time. Weekdays is always around 4, 5 o'clock. But once we reach about 10 miles, which is coming up right here, we are going to slow down to 185 and bring out our slats. Right, here come the slats. Autopilot, what are you doing? Just hold us at 3,000, please. Why are we, what's with all this? What's with all the ups and downs here? Flaps coming to 2. Alright, we are on the glide path now. We're going to get our gear down. And we are going to slow down to our approach speed of 136 and bring flaps to 3. And then we are going to get our replay tool ready to go as well. And start recording. Right. And flaps to full. Alright, enjoy everybody. Enjoy the arrival into Green Bay by way of Minneapolis. 1,000 feet will take over my control of the airplane and we'll get her down. Hopefully a lot lighter, softer of a landing. Just having a hard time buttering this baby. But simulator volume coming up. Enjoy, everybody. Fastest is the after he gets out of his sensory deprivation tank. Aaron. A-Raj. Gotta love him, huh? Alright, my control coming up here.
1,000.
Alright. Here we go, my control. Enjoy the arrival, folks.
$500. 400. 300.
little high, and now we're
100
getting off
above.
center line. Typical Michael approach, right?
200. Minimum.
We got this though. There we go. Get ourselves lined straight back up with the runway.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh man. Dude, I just can't seem to flare this thing at all. Yikes. Oh man. Smooth one, oh yeah. I just can't seem to get the flaring down with this airplane, man. She drops like a brick. You know, I should probably... I haven't done anything with the controls yet on this airplane, but maybe I'm going to, because that was just yikes. Minus 437, folks. What a nice one, huh? Bring back the fly-by-wire. Has easier flight dynamics. Alright. Maybe I will watch some tutorial or tips or trick videos on getting this aircraft landed in one piece. But that's going to do it for today, folks. We're going to get the replay going of this absolutely backcracker of a landing. And we're also going to pull in for an inspection of the airplane, so we're just going to stop right about here, pull up the replay, and then that's going to do it for us. We're going to get three different views. We're going to watch the first couple together. So let's go ahead and stop the replay. Go, kind of get us like up here. Alright, this was gnarly, guys. This one was... we smacked the ground. Minus 479. Concerning. It's weird. I cut the power off and then I find myself pulling back on the controls so much. And she just doesn't seem to want to flare for us after I cut the power back, so I think I gotta be a little hesitant on cutting the power and kind of cut the power and then slam, folks. Nice little bounce too. Get another view of that absolutely backbreaker of a landing. We'll go ahead and go for this one, and then we'll hit our... That's going to do it for the evening. Oh gosh. And this is going to be the last replay, folks. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I will catch you guys on the next. Remember, Saturday, everybody. Saturday afternoon, well, Saturday morning, we're going to be in the PMDG Boeing 737-700 Bahamas Air going Miami to Nassau, Nassau to Fort Lauderdale. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. Again, thank you so much, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Talk to you Saturday. Take care now, folks.
40, 30, 20, retard.